upon a very important topic because of which you and I continue to live as much as long as we live, which is happiness, right? So startups have got want more with less. There's a lot of chaos out there, but how do you survive in this chaos? How do you build a system in this chaos? So-called passion, so-called innovation will only come if you're happy about what you're doing. But where the hell do you get this happiness from? There's a structure to it. Over to Monica Makkar, who runs an organization called Life Enhanced. So she is a happiness expert. She is a tarot reader, numerologist. So she brings spirituality, scientific ways of working, living, and interacting. Over to Monica.
Thank you so much, Anshumali. This room, it's wonderful to hear every one of you. But so much of inquisitiveness and chaos in the minds, I could feel that. I am Monica Makkar. I run a company called Life Enhanced, in which God helps me to help uplift people emotionally, financially, and physically by altering their belief systems. A simple fact, but less known, is that the law of life is the law of belief. It is said, like, it can be termed as belief is a thought in your mind. As a man thinks, feels, and believes, so is the condition of his body, mind, and circumstances. Today, I am honored to address the rising suns. There is only one in the sky, but God gives every one of us an opportunity to shine. And it is solely our responsibility how we polish our souls with happiness so that our inner light, that is our talent, our potential, can be radiated in the outside world through success. And there are definitely indefinite stars which indicate that there is abundance and place for every one of us. It's true that we all have a certain amount of destiny which we have created through our karmic collection. But our future totally depends on what we are doing at present. Our present actions really determine what we are going to be ahead in 6 months or 5 years. Now, most of you must have heard what I'm going to talk about today, thanks to free knowledge available on the social media, the forwarded messages. But what really makes a difference is how much we are applying that in our lives. So many people define success. We keep on hearing success stories, that to sleep well at night is success. To have the liberty to do what we want is success. But again, the question arises, how to achieve that success? Now, when we talk about startups, I would say that it is like sowing the seed, planting a seed. And it is said that in every seed, there is a promise of thousands of forests. So I would say that give your 100% now, whatever best you can do. Take the risk, nurture that plant with patience and right positivity. Now, situations may not always be very favorable. So how we deal with them, our reactions can really make a lot of difference in dealing with the situations. I don't believe in I can't anymore because I have experienced, after experiencing the magic of I can, because most of my achievements, whatever mere achievements I have made in my life, is only by the mere affirmation I can. My experience and truth is that if you love what you do, then you won't have to work even a single day of your life. I think it doesn't make a difference to you all that who I am, what my background is, what are my achievements, but what can really make a difference in your life through me is how I got transformed. From a very simple, shy, docile girl to a very confident tarot card reader, a numerologist, a spiritual healer, and a life coach. Now, let me start with our journey from childhood. Now, some are fortunate who are raised by listening that you can, and there are people who are raised listening to you cannot, and you're not good enough, that life is a challenge, money doesn't grow on trees, listening to all the negative affirmations in life. So all our self-esteem, our self-worth, our confidence that comes is your self-belief, is all that what you're fed, how you're nurtured in your life. I wish the Swachh Soj Yojana starts right from the schooling, because it's like planting the seeds of happily successful people. Not rather than schoolings are giving so much of challenge, the rat race, do or die situations during the exam times, the pressure, the commercialism, so much to handle in schools. But the topic left is like how to be happy and have the inner peace. But the truth, as my friend Akshay said about the subconscious mind, I also totally believe in that, that we all have a gold mine within our souls, and that is our subconscious mind. And if we actually utilize that, we can extract everything out of it to make our life the way we want to have it. Now we have unlimited choices about what we can think. So it is like a magnet. We become like a magnet. The law of attraction starts working. So there is a successful person who is charged, who is magnetized, who is full of faith and confidence, who believes in gratitude, and opens his arms to receive everything good in his life, and he's ready to take the responsibility of his actions. Then he is too busy doing the best in his life and improving himself. And then there is a man who is scared, who is fearful, who is full of doubts and all. He's demagnetized, and who is complaining, cribbing, and blaming everyone around, and not willing to take the opportunities and risks involved in doing the startups. So this might be afraid of taking the challenges of life, or coming out of his comfort zone, because that is also a challenge to prioritize your life and to have a discipline required to lead a successful life. Now, willingness to change is like taking the power back in your hands. How you can mold your life with universal guidance, and knowing that life is very simple. What you give out is what you get back. Now, I think the road to success often travels through adversity, and this adversity is to bring change in our belief system. Now, in my life, I have done a lot of affirmations. Affirmations always work. They create, because we were created to have magic in our lives, to have happiness in lives. Nobody was created to just suffer and struggle in our lives. So, as you believe that 3 plus 3 is 6, so is a universal truth of law that we were created to have happiness, a lot of happiness and abundance. So if you rearrange the negative pattern of your subconscious mind, our life is sure to bring about a lot of positive changes. Now, let's talk about the general rules which apply to every one of us, that how it can be our lives can be changed to attract the happiness, wealth, and whatever we want in our life. So I would say that we can start with meditating. We should all take out time to meditate. So meditation is like a tonic, a supplement to boost our life force. And once you start meditating, your life, you actually take the charge in your hands. You become so efficient that when you deal with life challenges, it will not be a big deal at all. You will be so efficient. Your life will become a piece of cake, maybe a very smooth ride. So people who meditate, I'm sure they can relate what I'm talking about. And people who do not, I would suggest that there is so much knowledge available on meditation, the books and the meditation classes, or they can personally contact me. They must start with meditating. Then meditation opens your chakras also, and once your chakras are balanced, your health issues, your relationship issues, they all are sorted out very perfectly. They dissolve like relationship issues, then your ability to make decisions. You will be able to handle them very well, and your happiness will be restored for sure. Then one more thing you will notice is that you automatically will get attracted to all the positive things in life. Like maybe you start eating healthy, you are attracted towards nutritional food, and you start avoiding the junk food. And then you will find yourself actively involved, maybe joining some gym or exercising routine. And you may be open to all the information channels also, like updating yourself in your field and reading a lot. Then second, I would say that gratitude. That is very important. Once you learn to live in gratitude, you will attract happiness automatically. Like I would like to give an example here. Like if I give you a gift for 1,000 rupees, and you tell me, why did you not get me a gift for 2,000, 5,000 rupees? So just think, how would I feel? And instead of that, if your reaction is like you embrace me and my gift, and you are very thankful that I took out time to get a gift for you, and I made a selection. So I think that God must also be feeling the same way. So if He has given us something, and instead of appreciating that and embracing our present life situation, we just keep on complaining, cribbing all the time, and blaming each and everyone here and there. So this is a limitation, this is lacking in our life. So we create our own mental blockages. Then there is one thing I would say, that creative visualization really helps in building your own life. You become the designer, the artist who can actually paint and choose the colors you like in your life. It is like utilizing your own power of visualization. I would say that your flow of happiness depends on your consciousness, and you can expand your consciousness by visualizing. Like they say that whether your container is a glass, a bucket, a tub, or you're directly connected to the pipeline of unlimited supply, then I would say that rejoice in others' happiness. I don't know how does it work, but I have noticed it in my life that I was very excited always to and encouraged people who were growing in their lives. I was always happy to see them. No comparisons, no competitions, no jealousy factor was ever there. So I have seen that God always helped those who are trying to push others forward. They are never left behind. Then open your arms to the universe and ask for all the good things in life. Say that you are worth everything. Do positive affirmations, a lot of affirmations, that I deserve the best in life, instead of thinking, because as Akshay talked about the subconscious mind, whatever your subconscious mind will multiply and magnify whatever you deposit in it. So keep on affirming the good things, whatever you want to achieve. In the end, I would like to say that once you learn to connect to your inner self, your happiness, then which is beyond ego, which is fearless, which is immune to criticism, and which is ready to face challenges, you become magic yourself. So be ready to shine. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to India's first corporate news channel. We invite interviews, articles, press releases from your organization. Visit our portal www.indianconventions.com. Thank you.